welcome to today's explainer, everyone. I am so thrilled to have you here today because we're tackling a topic that honestly confuses a ton of people when they kick off a new health journey. So picture this. You've just invested in your health, right? You start taking a really powerful supplement like high-quality small molecule peptides, and you're fully expecting to wake up feeling like an absolute superhero. But instead, you actually feel kind of tired, maybe a bit achy. Heck, you might even get a mild rash. It is incredibly confusing and, let's be real, a little anxiety-inducing. You're probably thinking, wait, is this even working? Am I allergic? Should I just toss this stuff out? If you're nodding along right now, take a deep breath. You are absolutely not alone. In fact, what you're experiencing has a specific, scientifically backed name. It's called a healing crisis or sometimes an adjustment reaction. Now, hear me out. A healing crisis is not an illness. It's actually a short-term physiological adjustment. Think of it like this. Your body has been stuck in this sub-health state for a while, maybe dealing with built-up junk, a sluggish metabolism, or just chronic fatigue. When you finally introduce these powerful nutrients, your body finally gets the tools it needs to do a massive spring cleaning. As it transitions back to a normal, healthy baseline, it's got to do some real heavy lifting. And sometimes heavy lifting makes you sweat. So let's move into section 1, unpacking the healing crisis. What is actually happening under the hood here? Well, our sources point to 4 main triggers for this reaction: metabolism activation, detoxification, cell repair, and individual sensitivity. I want you to imagine a super busy renovation crew just showed up inside your cells. They're tearing down old wallpaper, tossing out junk, fixing the foundation. The house is going to look amazing, but man, during that demolition phase, there's going to be some dust and noise. That dust and noise is exactly what your healing crisis is. Let's break down what each part of this crew is up to. First up, we've got metabolism activation. Because things like small molecule peptides are super easy for your body to absorb, they rapidly jumpstart your energy metabolism. It's like flipping a switch. When your metabolic rate spikes like that, your body starts aggressively pushing out all this accumulated metabolic waste, stuff like lactic acid and uric acid. And because this trash is being taken out so quickly, you might feel temporary fatigue, muscle aches, or maybe even a little dizzy. Honestly, it's super similar to that intense muscle soreness you get the day after a really heavy workout. Your body is just flushing out the acid. Then we have detox, repair, and individual sensitivity. For detox, as your liver and kidneys get this massive boost, they start breaking down fat-soluble waste and heavy metals. When those toxins hit your bloodstream on their way out, they can cause temporary skin rashes, a dry mouth, or even mild diarrhea. Not fun, but necessary. Then comes cell repair. Your immune system gets stimulated, and as it repairs DNA and damaged tissue, you might get symptoms that literally mimic a mild cold. Think a low-grade fever or just feeling lethargic. It's really just your immune cells working overtime. And finally, your own individual sensitivity plays a huge part. If you have a sensitive gut, you might feel bloated at first. Or if you've got chronic inflammation, you might get a temporary flare-up of pain before it finally gets better. People sometimes call that a Herxheimer reaction. Which brings us to section 2. How long does it last? Okay, so your internal renovation crew is making noise, kicking up dust. The absolute biggest question on your mind is probably, when will this end? I want you to lock this number range into your brain, 3 to 14. This biological renovation, it is not permanent. It's a temporary, self-limiting adjustment phase, and for the vast majority of people, the dust completely settles in anywhere from 3 to 14 days. Yup, typically, that standard window is 3 days to 2 weeks. But keep in mind, this is definitely not a one-size-fits-all situation. The exact timeline depends heavily on your unique constitution, how fast your metabolism runs, and honestly, why you're taking the supplement in the first place. If your symptoms are fairly mild and just gradually fading away, you are right on track. Let's actually break those variables down. If you're generally pretty healthy and have a fast metabolism, your body processes things super fast, so your reaction might only last 3 to 7 days. Boom, done. But if you have a slower metabolism, a weaker constitution, or maybe a chronic illness, your body just needs a bit more time to clean house, pushing that timeline to 1 or 2 weeks, sometimes a bit more. And your goal matters too. Using peptides just for daily nutrition, expect a quick 3 to 5 day blip. But if you're using them to regulate deeper issues like high blood pressure or a weakened immune system, the reaction is usually more pronounced, lasting 7 to 14 days as your body tackles those heavier burdens. Moving on to section 3. Normal reaction, or red flag. Now, this right here is probably the most absolutely crucial part of this entire explainer. We need to set up a super clear contrast so you can navigate this whole process safely and with total peace of mind. You really shouldn't have to guess if what you're feeling is just safe spring cleaning or if, the house is actually on fire. There are definitive rules for monitoring your symptoms, and knowing them is going to save you so much unnecessary worry. So what does normal actually look like? Well, according to the data, a normal adjustment means your symptoms are gradually getting lighter and lighter. You absolutely shouldn't be experiencing sudden, completely new, or severe discomfort. It might literally just be feeling a bit sleepy or needing to use the bathroom more often. And most importantly, this is almost always accompanied by an overall improvement in how you feel, like you eventually notice you have more energy or you're suddenly sleeping way better at night. But, and this is a massive but, you have to watch out for red flags. If your symptoms are progressively getting worse, like you develop a severe splitting headache or you're throwing up, that is not a healing crisis. You need to stop taking the product immediately and go see a doctor if you get a high fever, a severe spreading rash, any trouble breathing, or if a reaction just hangs around with zero relief for more than 2 weeks. These are clear signs that you need medical attention to rule out an allergy, an accidental overdose, or a product quality issue. Safety always, always comes first, guys.
All right, section 4, 4 steps to feel better.
Let's shift gears to something a bit more positive. Assuming you're just going through a standard, mild healing crisis, you don't have to just sit there and suffer. Here is your quick, fast-paced cheat sheet to feeling better right now. 4 really simple proactive steps. 1. Adjust your dosage. 2. Hydrate and move. 3. Make some quick diet tweaks. And 4. Rest up. Let's look at exactly how the experts say to apply these. Step 1. Adjust that dosage. If the reaction feels a bit too strong, just dial it back. Start lower and let your body adapt before you ramp it up again. Step 2. Boost your metabolism. Drink a ton of water and get some moderate exercise in. You want to literally flush those expelled wastes right out of your system. Step 3, diet support. Cut way back on the greasy, heavy, sugary stuff for a few days. Instead, give your body the exact tools it needs to repair by adding in some extra vitamin C and B complex. And finally, step 4, rest. Seriously, avoid staying up late. Your body does its very best healing while you're asleep, so do not add to its workload by burning the midnight oil right now. As the saying goes, a temporary discomfort is just a stepping stone from a subhealth state to optimal wellness. When you feel that mild fatigue or a little soreness, I really want you to cheerfully remind yourself that this is proof. It's literal proof that your body finally got the resources it was begging for. The renovation crew has arrived, and it is successfully doing the hard work to build a better, healthier you. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought to ponder today. If you are going through this right now, what spring cleaning is your body actively doing to build a healthier tomorrow? Embrace the process. Listen to your body. Definitely stay safe by watching for those red flags and get ready to enjoy all that renewed energy waiting for you on the other side. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep thriving, and take great care of yourselves out there.